sailing vessel WildChild, we went from Summerside, PEI to Charlottetown or Prism Point. So when we arrived to Hillsborough Bay, we had the choice to go to Charlottetown or Prism Point. The choice was easy at one point. The wind was on the nose and the wave were building and they were on the nose also. We were cooking that night. Whales surfaced just beside WildChild. Our next destination was Wood Islands. So it's Wednesday morning, and today it's a rainy day, but the wind is there. It was supposed to be 25-30 knots, stay anchorage, get a shelter and wait that nasty weather pass. And this morning we got up at 6:30 and anchorage was not really comfortable. The wind shift, it's changed, so it was not comfortable and it was not safe anymore. That morning, we raised the anchor around 6:30, and the next safe harbor was the ferry terminal at Wood Islands, 14 miles away.
You can see the day started out kind of rough. It was gray, dreary, and rainy, but at least we had wind and we were moving.
Good morning!
Good morning, Coda Bear. So, we are bouncing along in the Northumberland Strait. Yesterday when we came across from Summerside PEI trying to head to Charlottetown PEI or Woods Island, the weather turned nasty sooner than it was supposed to, and we kind of got caught. So we couldn't get to Charlottetown and we couldn't get to Summerside, or we couldn't get to Charlottetown and we couldn't get to Woods Island. So we ended up anchoring off a point, the leeward side of a point, off a lighthouse, just trying to get a break from the wind and waves. It wasn't a good anchorage.
Wood Island. So basically the nasty weather got us before we get to Woods Island. The wind is getting stronger. We had some puff of wind up to 19 and it's going to increase, but the boat is under control, and but the waves are getting so much bigger now. And it doesn't look nasty. So here's the Woods Island. It's a ferry terminal. So people are telling us it's a safe harbor, secure. So we'll see. I don't know if you can see the wave. They are building big time. Yep. So it came out. You know, it was windy, 10, 12, it was fine, and then suddenly bang. That's always like that, that's happened. This is the joy of sailing. So this is Wood Island entrance. It was nasty before. Big wave. And there you go, the entrance here. Great. It It was a tiring day of sailing. The ocean was building. It was time to get to a safe harbor. There's a green buoy right there, honey. In the bay.
It's marking the shallow.
Yeah.
Cannot go past there. It'll be 1 foot deep. Yay, a break from the rolling. Yay. Not rolling anymore.
Yeah.
Yay.
A trap there. Lobster trap right there. When we arrived to Woods Island, we dropped the anchor outside the harbor. We have to wait for the high tide before getting into port safely. The day after, we took the opportunity to visit the ferry terminal to get access to Wi-Fi. So we have to catch us.
We're in the ferry terminal trying to upload a video, which is going slowly. We're at 79% with 26 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
So we figure while we're waiting to upload the video, let's watch some Delos.
There you go. Hi, Delos. So we went from Summerside to Prism Point to Wood Island, and now it was time to lift the anchor direction Murray River. So we're leaving the Woods Island Harbor. You see the ferry is there. That's the entrance of the marina, or the protection. And skipper, we left at low tide, huh, Alexi?
Yeah, here is the problem. When the ferries come in and out of their terminals, and we were on the pier right beside them, they're going almost full speed with the front and back engine, creates this turbulence, and then creates this hill of silting. The harbor master told us last night, don't worry, it's real soft, you can just push through it. We really should have waited until higher tide, so we either should have left early this morning, but the ocean was rolly and bad with winds on the nose, so we couldn't leave then. Or we leave at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which means we're sailing in the dark to get to the Murray River and trying to anchor in the dark in a strange place. So, after we uploaded a YouTube video, we kind of looked at the information and said, man, we gotta try and go now. Where we were, we had to plow our keel through the silt, and I'm telling you, we plowed it. I could feel it. There was no hard stop, so he's right, it was silty, sandy.
Yeah.
But even with the engine at 2,000 RPMs, we weren't moving. I had to bring it up to 3,000 RPMs to drag that keel through the sand and silt. You never want to do that with your sailboat. That's a terrible thing to do. It's very mean. It's a bad idea. If it wasn't for the storms coming, which means we're going to have to sit out for 2 days, we either had to sit there for 2 more days or get ready for our jump to Cancel Strait in the Murray River and sit there for 2 days, and we just didn't want to sit there for 2 more days. The harbor master wanted to charge us for staying there, but because we came in under an emergency, he didn't. But if we stay there for 2 more days, he's going to try and charge us. We don't have any money. The winds were pretty squirrely that day. We went from the whole gamut of no wind whatsoever, and we'd have to motor for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Then the wind would pick up, and we'd turn off the motor and sail, and it would be fine. Then the wind would die, then the wind would shift 90 degrees, then we'd motor, then we'd not motor, then we'd sail. The wind's on the nose now.
Well, wind on the nose, and it's
Now it's across over there.
we're getting a little bit of more wind, so that's great news. It's foggy, it's raining. Hopefully it will clear.
We might be stuck motoring for 3 hours, which we really don't want to do.
Yeah, it's raining and no wind, so.
We might be stuck motoring for the next 3 hours, which isn't something we want to do, but because we're trying to run to safe harbor before nasty winds come, we're in a position where we gotta make 13 miles today.
No choice.
Conditions are not really good for sailing. They're calm, calm and no winds and not too swelly. That's good. It's safe, but we'll never get there by sail. Thursday, September 20th. It is 5:47 in the evening. So we left Woods Island ferry terminal a while ago. It's 10 to 6 now. We're trying to get just 14 miles around the corner to the edge of Prince Edward Island into Murray River, the Murray River. It's right there, as you saw on camera. It's not far, but conditions have not been favorable. They have not been bad or dangerous. Light winds, no wind, squirrely winds, light winds there and there and there and there and there, and then no wind, and then so then you switch to motor, and then you go back to sail, and then so it's taken a long time to get here.
Well, that day the wind was not stable. 7 knots on the nose,
Stopped
we had
on the
to
road.
tack, and then up to 15 knots.
With the sun going down and storms on the horizon, we motored our way up the Murray River, looking for a safe place to anchor.
Oh, what a day. Sail, no sail, start the engine, hope the wind is back, 7 knot, 15 knot. We had to tack all day, and we made it just on time to get into Murray River.
They're both red. You can't have them both red. The chart plotter showed the Murray River to be sandy and shallow. We were confused by the markers as we tried to find a safe place to drop the hook where we would be protected from the coming storms.
It's so narrow here.
Oh, it's crazy.
And beside the what's the side, wide?
It's only like 20 feet wide in most places.
Wow.
Sometimes 30 feet wide.
Oh yeah, I see it. Oh, it's a car.
It's a car.
Look right there.
Look in front of the boat.
Oh yeah, fisherman. After a long day of sailing, it was time to drop the anchor and relax.